Hey, folks, welcome to the Roland Martin Unfiltered Podcast. Today is Tuesday. No, it's not Tuesday. It's Wednesday, August 30th, 2017. And, guys, I just got to get right into this. How stupid can the Republican Party be? No, seriously, I just want to say that. How stupid can the Republican Party be? Let me tell you this story. Okay? So, the Republican Party loves to talk about being the party of Lincoln and loves to talk about, how Democrats, Southern Democrats founded the KKK. True. Party of Lincoln, true. A lot of Republicans voted for the Civil Rights Act, true. But ever since Barry Goldwater's run for president in 1964, the Republican Party has been very comfortable with racist. If something happens, racist meme, email or something, it's likely a Republican. So check this out. So there's a black Republican in Michigan who is head of the Michigan Republican Party. He is the director of African American engagement. That means it's his job to go out and engage black people to get them in the party. His name is Wayne Bradley. So Wayne went to Facebook, and Wayne had some choice things to say about Donald Trump, Charlottesville, neo-Nazis. I could go down the line. All right? Now, it's not like this should be a shock because he's a black Republican. He might be Republican, but he's black. He is black. Do you understand that? So, on his Facebook page, he posted a critique blasting the party for these recent comments. Okay? And let's just say Republicans are not happy at all. They are mad. They are upset with what he had to say. He blasted the pardoning of Joe Arpaio, that racist former sheriff in Arizona. Quote, violating civil rights and ignoring the laws does not make anyone a hero. A lot of people have lost sight of what being a conservative is. This ain't it. He also blasted Confederate monuments, called them participation trophies. They celebrate losers. And he also said that, quote, it's sad to see the history and culture of our great country being ripped apart. He said, tear down these statues. Bradley, a black Republican, defended Colin Kaepernick's right to kneel during the national anthem. And he also praised, according to this report in the Detroit News, praised the mayor of Detroit, Mike Duggan, who wants to rename Cobo Center, which honors a former mayor of Detroit who, let's just say, was a racist. Quote, you can't claim to be from the party of Lincoln and defend the Confederacy. Oh, but that's when the fever hit the funk house. Republicans got upset. They got mad. This GOP activist, Brian Panebecker or Payne Becker, I don't know, Macomb County, Michigan, they got some serious issues with race there. Blasted Bradley, saying, quote, if he continues to hold positions that I think are at odds with the president, who's the leader of our party, I don't think he's the right person to carry our views, the party's views, into the black community and engage those folks. Y'all, I want y'all to hear what I just said. This fool said that the black man who blasted Arpaio as not being a hero, who blasted the Confederate monuments, who defended Colin Kaepernick's right to protest, which of course is the First Amendment. This fool, this white Republican, said that the black guy is not the right person to carry our views, the party's views, into the black community and engage those folks. So here's the question. Is the white Republican saying that the party's views are to back Confederate monuments? Is the white guy saying the party's views, they don't believe in the First Amendment? Is the white guy saying, nah, Arpaio's a stand-up guy, he's not a racist? That's what he's saying. Yo, this gets better. This fool, Panabaker, I don't know what the hell his name is. He even said that Bradley should be focused on growing the party rather than trying to change it. Oh, my God. He said, grow the party, don't try to change it. Bradley's job is to grow the party to bring in black people. Bruh, you not going to bring in black people unless you change the party. I have long said that that the Republican Party is stuck on stupid and are afraid of black people. Let me say this loud and clear, please. The Republican Party stands no chance ever of getting more than 7, 8, or 9% of the black vote as long as they coddle racists, as long as they are in bed with bigots. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? This really isn't that hard. It's kind of simple. Black people are not going to stand with you when you defend Confederate monuments. We kind of have a stake in that. Black people are not going to defend you when you pardon a racist sheriff who was held in contempt because he was racially profiling. I'm just saying we kind of view that thing just a little bit differently than other people. This is what Republicans don't get. They somehow think black people leave our blackness at the door and just say, oh no, that's not us. We're good with the Confederate statues because you guys are great Republicans. No, that's not quite how that works. In just a moment, we're going to hear from Michael Steele, the former chair of the Republican National Committee. He was clear as to where he stands. Folks, fantasy football is back. All of you fantasy football fans, you don't have to wait much longer. That means FanDuel is back. Of course, FanDuel is fantasy football for everyday fans. It allows for you to participate in new contests every single week. You have no busted seasons. You can choose from various contests starting at just $1. All you got to do is pick a contest, choose your team, and watch the score in real time as it happens on Sundays. Now, remember, 2.5 million people have won a cash prize playing fantasy sports on FanDuel. Now, all you have to do is sign up today. Now, this is what you do. Go to FanDuel.com, FanDuel.com. Just click the Join Now button. Type in this code, Roland, ROLAND. Now, remember, new users get free entry into the NFL Sunday Million with over $1 million in cash prizes. When you make your first deposit on FanDuel, you get that free entry. Just visit FanDuel.com and sign up with promo code Roland. That's ROLAND. That's FanDuel.com, promo code Roland, void where prohibited. And yes, black people seem to be prohibited from the Republican Party. It's just dumb. So earlier today, I caught up with Michael Steele, the first African-American chairman of the Republican National Committee, and I asked him about Wayne Bradley's conundrum.
So when you see those comments from Michigan Republicans talking about a black Republican who is speaking out on Confederate monuments, who's speaking out on Arpaio being racially profiling, and then them saying, don't talk, you should just go out, don't try to change the party, bring people into it. He's saying, I can't bring in black people.
No, he can't. I don't know what the hell they want him to do. I mean, this idea that an African American, I don't care if he's a Republican or Democrat, whatever he is going to look at what's occurred since Charlottesville, and even before that, quite honestly, and not be sensitized to that in their efforts in trying to grow the party and bring African Americans in. If you're not prepared to have that conversation, if you think you can just show up in a black neighborhood and not address the elephant in the room, which is Arpaio, it is voting rights, it's certainly our seemingly affinity for the Ku Klux Klan again, how do you think you're going to have that conversation? How do you think that conversation is going to go? So, this idea that they have in Michigan that this brother should just keep his mouth shut and just grow the party is stupid.
But isn't it also just an indication of folks who clearly don't understand black people and black Republicans? I mean, he give a black Republican who's saying, I kind of got experience being black. You might want to listen to me.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, as the former chairman of the RNC, that don't work so well. So you kind of understand exactly what you're dealing with in terms of folks who do have their own view of the black community as a whole. They think, well, because we go to church on Sunday, that we're down with everything the GOP is because we profess to be conservatives in the Republican Party. That, again, is just a very nice way to put it, is a stupid way to look at black folks. So the reality of it is you've got to be honest about the current situation. And the current situation is not a good situation for the party in trying to have a conversation, not just with black Americans, but communities of color generally. You have the administration that is rolling back on a lot of initiatives that are supported by various communities out there. And how do you go out and address that in an honest way and at the same time say, we want you to be a part of us? Well, if folks don't feel a part of you from the beginning, there's nothing that's going to change their mind that all of a sudden say, I want to be a part of that, if you don't change your attitude and you don't change your actions.
See, y'all, this thing is just not hard. Black people are not really looking forward to hanging out with people who coddle racists. That's just not us. It doesn't wear well. See, black people are not going to join a party en masse that engages in voter suppression to limit the voting power of black people. In North Carolina, Republicans, the federal court ruled that they had a laser-like focus specifically on black voters. That's not what you're going to put in a brochure, in a TV commercial. It's not going to work. Black people are not going to go along with this party when Attorney General Jeff Sessions wants to pull back from the consent decree in Baltimore, wants to pull back from the consent decree in Chicago. I'm just trying to let y'all know that's not how black people think. Black people are not down with Donald Trump and Jeff Sessions who want to target affirmative action in colleges. I'm just saying that's not quite how we roll. This is what the Republican Party has always forgotten. They love to criticize identity politics, but they practice it. We know who they appeal. We know exactly who they target. So let's not be confused here, folks. We know the deal. The Republican Party since 1968 has targeted white voters. It is called the Southern Strategy. President Lyndon Baines Johnson feared the Democratic Party would lose the Democratic South for a generation or more because of the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, the Voting Rights Act of 1965. You throw in the Fair Housing Act of 1968, and remember this goes all the way back to 1948 when President Harry Truman pushed through a civil rights plank in the platform of the Democratic National Committee, and racist Democrats like Strom Thurmond revolted, launching their own convention in Mississippi, where he became the presidential nominee from the racist Dixiecrats. Those are facts. They're undeniable facts. But people have to wake up and realize that the Republican Party that put in place the Southern Strategy in 1968, used that strategy consistently and still does. And still does. So why are we kidding ourselves? The Republican Party simply does not know how to engage black people because they have fundamental problems on the issue of race. That is the problem. Wayne Bradley is not the problem. Wayne Bradley is actually Republicans, white Republicans. He is your solution. He is a black man who is speaking truth to power, who is not afraid to say it, and that's your problem. You've got too many people who are afraid to speak open and honestly as it relates to issues that are consistent with the black agenda. I read one report where, again, Republicans over and over and over misstate their work when it comes to black people. I keep trying to. I don't understand. And you know what's so crazy? There are Republicans who have gotten black votes. Because you know what they did? They engaged black people. Republican Party, y'all ain't getting black votes. If Donald Trump says, well, there are nice people on both sides. Black people ain't trying to hear there are nice neo-Nazis, white supremacists, Klan members. That's not what is going to happen. So my suggestion to the Republican Party, back the hell up off of Wayne Bradley and listen to the black man tell you about black people, because y'all know nothing about black people. Nothing, zero, zilch. I would love to see a Republican Party actually go old school and compete for black votes. I would love for them to actually see and have an agenda that black folks could actually consider. But black people are never going to consider a party where the agenda is to deprive the very same black people of their right to vote. It's not going to happen. Republicans don't care about the Voting Rights Act. They don't want to make any changes to it. They want to guarantee their victories. They don't want to compete for black votes. Wayne Bradley deserves to be heard. Wayne Bradley is on the mark. He is right. Now they are trying to run him out, trying to force him to resign. Wayne Bradley is on the money. And this idiot, this Paynebecker, Pannebecker, whatever the hell his name is, this white guy in Macomb County, said, quote, law enforcement agent that he said was inappropriate for Bradley to criticize a law enforcement agent who spent his entire time in law enforcement serving his country and trying to protect Americans. The man racially profiled Latinos. And these white Republicans are defending a racist. A man who said, listen to me clearly, a man who said when he was asked about the comparison of what he is doing to the KKK, he called it an honor. This is Arpaio on CNN with Lou Dobbs from November 12th, 2007.
How do you react to that? Well, they call you KKK. They did me. I think it's honor, right? Well, it means we're doing something. Just so the right people are doing it. It means we're doing it.
Now, I'm trying to understand what the hell Lou Dobbs was talking about with that comment. But this is the guy Trump called a great patriot, and Republicans are mad at the black guy, Wayne Bradley, for criticizing him. They're stupid. And they're never going to get black votes. Ever. Until they wake the hell up. So, Wayne Bradley, I hope you don't lose your job. I hope you stay strong, and we'll see what happens. And that's what some people, he actually, someone sent him a meme, hashtag Wayne Strong, because he's been really catching hell from his Republican buddies. Hey, folks, football season is upon us. That's right, football season is here. And, of course, all of you fantasy football fans, you cannot wait to participate in fantasy football, and that means FanDuel is back as well. As fantasy football for everyday fans, there are tons of games, lots of contests to choose from, starting at just $1. All you got to do is simply pick a contest, choose your team, watch your score in real time, and enjoy the fun. Now, more than 2.5 million players have won a cash prize playing fantasy sports on FanDuel. All you got to do is go to FanDuel.com, click the Join Now button, and use my code ROLAND, that's ROLAND. Now remember, new users get free entry into the NFL Sunday Million, which has more than $1 million in cash prizes when all you do is make your first deposit on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com and sign up with my promo code ROLAND. That's FanDuel.com, the promo code ROLAND. It is void where prohibited. Folks, do me a favor. Go to allthat.tv. That is my digital website for some great content that can really help you, whether it's spirituality, whether it's business, whether it's motivation, whether it's news. You have an opportunity with allthat.tv to stay informed. So I certainly hope you do so. You can always, of course, stay informed by following me, following yours truly. On Twitter at Roland S. Martin, on Instagram at Roland S. Martin. Go to my Facebook fan page, like page, whatever they call it today, and follow up as well. And don't forget to tell a friend, family member, loved one, frat brother, sorority sister. They must subscribe and download the Roland Martin Unfiltered podcast, because you never know what I have to say. And, of course, you know I'm going to say it the way it needs to be said. I got to go. Y'all have a great day. I shall see you tomorrow. Folks, keep praying for my family, my friends in my hometown of Houston. And when I say my friends, as all Houstonians, those who I don't even know, because they certainly need our prayers and need your donations. So please support efforts. Go to TomJonesBlackAmericaWeb.com to participate in their relief fund. That money goes directly to people, not the American Red Cross, not some middleman, right to the people who need help. So please help out. All right, y'all, take care. Peace out.
He's got it. Whatever the biz, he's on it. Whatever it is,